knees. They keep having all these just I really need to like just rank up a relic. I've got all these, like I need to do a tech one because I've got the extra tech. Problem is like I didn't have like a tech actually a useful one to try and like up the prestige at all. Ba-da-ba-derp-a-dee. Let's have a look see. What the heck? Alright, let's relics. Tech. Yeah, Green Goblin. But of the new ones, like I don't have any of them awakened. And you are only rank 2, so I'd have to do them twice. I don't think I have the catalyst to do that. To take him to rank 4. I'm pretty sure it's tech that I have the catalyst to take him to rank 4, I think. Hold on, let me double check. Tier 4. 3. Yeah, it's tech. So I need to do tech. Go ahead and take a goblin, because whatever, why not? Then I would need one more. And a lot more tier 1 to do that, but for now, let's just do that. Just do that. Yeah, I don't have... Let's do that. Surely have tech. I have a butt ton of tech. Okay. Don't know how I pulled that off, but okay. Maybe that one worked out better. That's fine, we can just do that. When we rank them up, like we'll just need the extra anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Yo, Eli. What the heck? Let's see, 7-star 6 stone. Oh no, we do have enough. We do have the catalyst to do that. No, we need more tier 1. We need 3. Jeez. Can't do that yet. But now if we do that, and we do swords, the relic rating. He's up there a little bit, so he's whatever. And up my relic prestige touch, tiny bit. We broke 1500. We'll get it sorted. Yo, what's up, Slave? Alright, let's go ahead and get... Get Arena knocked out. We need to run the 4 stars. Through ideally twice, so we'll get them on cooldown. Get a bunch of the feature done, and then we can kind of more or less ignore Arena until the 4 stars come back off cooldown. I do need to actually do War as well, so let me just... I only have to do my path though, so... Is the rest of the... everybody else is like done. Because my path is all that's left here. Dang, really? I literally just took a Koei up last night. Let's see. Since everything else is in fact done, I can actually bring... I don't actually have to do the entirety of the path with Onslaught. So Onslaught, I'm going to Spider Woman that. And then I can Onslaught him as well, that's fine. And then I will probably... maybe bring somebody for this dude. Who would I could do for this? Honestly, I could bring Deathless Thanos. No, he's on defense. Dagnabbit. I always forget about that. Really, in both? Well, I mean, he is, like, really good. Okoye can do more matchups, though, I think. Overall, like, in general. I wouldn't mind, like, across ones, but, like, Okoye I just use more. Like, overall. Like, I like using her for questing stuff, too, oftentimes. Yeah. So, let's do this. Alright, so we got Onslaught, Spider-Woman, who is in fact Tactic. Or no, she's not Tactic, she's, anyway, ooh, we could Serpent. I could Serpent the Shocker. That would probably be solid. Be safe, too. He's unblockable. Oh, that would totally be, yeah, he would work great. I think we're set with that right there. Yeah, screw it. Screw it. I went ahead and just threw an Awakening Gem on my Okoye, so I'm not going to open up any more Titans until she's out. I tried opening up one more and ended up awakening my what's his face? Literally what's his face? Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. He is pretty nutty, oftentimes. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that to me, dude. Wow. He didn't die. I took the recoil and then he like died immediately after. Shouldn't have lost all that health, but it's whatever. Are we like winning this war? Probably not. Alright, I'm curious how well this is actually gonna go. not do that? Wow, that spacing is actually awful. Alright, don't you dare. Thank you. Honestly, Onslaught probably would have done this better. This is like awful. Yeah, that was really slow. Dude, that went so much better with Onslaught last time. That's a really nasty spot for Enchantress. It's like you have to bait outer heavies. Unless you just get like stupidly lucky on the what it calls it. One more special one, he's just dead. Yeah. That was an easy fight. You got good rank 4 attackers that you can just kind of clap stuff with. Nice. Hopefully this dude doesn't be a pain in the butt. Lag. Crap, don't kill me. Of course it crit. Oh my gosh. That was dumb. I'm not even gonna bother reviving, I'm just gonna use Serpent. That was so dumb. Of course we get clipped. And crits. Come on, bro. Super tanky. Gotta love the critty. Yeah. What's up, Reaper? Oh well. Actually, we can knock out that real quick too. That'd be nice. That way we don't have to worry about it tomorrow. We're doing good. Doing solids. We big chillin'. It does in fact look like it's frozen, doesn't it? Hold on a second. That is an easy solve. There we go. Thanks for letting me know. I probably wouldn't have noticed otherwise, so I wasn't paying attention to it like that. Let's see. Nope, not what I was trying to do. Hold on a second. Come on, let's do up to 200. Same with that. Max out these. Come on, scroll, don't be laggy. How is that one already maxed? What the heck? Come on. Don't be, yeah, that too. Talking about something else, but yeah, don't be laggy here either. I have not tried her out yet. I did the rank up, but I didn't actually play with her at all after I did that. So. Get that first one and then. Dark Phoenix. She could already do Dark Phoenix. This will just now that she's rank 4, and the Awakening as well will help her substantially. Really, she needed the Awakening to realistically do Serpent better. But I was already able to use her for Dark Phoenix at rank 3, even unawakened. So that's totally fine. So that was... And I think Okoye will be fine for the last 2 weeks as well, because yes, the debuffs will get shrugged off, but with the extra Fury on the Intercept, you could basically just ramp up, get as many of that you want, then go for the Intercept, like SP2, between the Fury, everything else, they'll just die like in that 12 seconds more than likely, especially at rank 4. So I think she'll be fine. That she gets the debuffs back up so quickly, it doesn't realistically matter if some get purified. And technically, it wouldn't necessarily happen because of the ability accuracy reduction. You can fail the node from triggering. So you can like get the ensnare, intercept. If it fails the node, as long as you don't intercept again and like re-trigger the node, like you'll never have the debuff shrugged off. You won't get the fury, but the debuffs will never get shrugged off. I mean, I played BGs last night for a little bit because there was no arena to do, but I spent most of the day finishing off the incursion run. I wanted to make sure, because like I didn't want to get like kicked out of it again for like being in the map too long or whatever. I don't know what happened, but I got kicked out and like had to restart. So I went in and just smashed it out, and that way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. One other thing I do need to work on as well, when I have a good chance, I might just kind of slowly do it, maybe like on the weekend or something, is I need to do Elder difficulty. I haven't started it, so I gotta smash that out. So a lot to do, but once it's like, what's some of the stuff that gets done, it's gonna take a good chunk of time. We'll wind up just then being done, and then it doesn't need like any time investment or energy at all. Like incursion is just done until basically the next time there's a saga incursion, basically. In the GC meta, I mean, Spider Supreme is good for Serpent-ish. Like, he can do the fight. But rank 2 versus rank 4. What exactly is the node? Pull it up here real quick. So it's, yeah, the insult to injury. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know like what his generic like time like in a vanilla kind of matchup, how he does that. Well, with all the debuffs, like it's really not hard to finish fights with full HP. Well, you don't have to worry about the power gain, but one of the things, and I don't, he doesn't get MD either, right? So he like gets power, I think, in a different way. He doesn't like, I don't think he gets directly MD, right? But he also will shut down Serpent's power gain, so you only have to worry about the combat power, and you don't have to worry about like the power gain gaining any power. The trick though would be dealing with the debuffs. That would really be the problem, like so that like the power lock and stuff, or the special lock or whatever, would be really annoying. So But I would say 100% doable. Now, if it was like, you know, rank 2 versus rank 4, and he did it in like, honestly, probably anything less than like 60 seconds, I would be like. But if it took him like 100 seconds or whatever, and he finished that fight, like I wouldn't say that's like not like I wouldn't say that's modding. Like that's probably 100% doable. But if he did it in like, you know, 45 seconds, I'd be like, yeah, probably not. I don't personally like Spidey Supreme that much, but he can do like some pretty solid numbers. Let's see. This is like bad all around. 3 million account. Honestly, like it's hard to say. Like I have a big account, but that's because I have a lot of champions and at lower star levels, and lower star levels ranked up because my account is old. Like newer accounts, like they just don't have the kind of lower level champions ranked up that like I have ranked up, because my account is old enough to have ranked them up before, you know, they just kind of got outpaced by higher star levels. It's like I have 4 stars ranked up. Well, I've actually ranked up more 4 stars since 7 stars came out than I did, you know, before 6 stars came out. But that's because of Arena. His damage isn't that high in the block until you like let him throw too many specials. But also, part of the reason it's also really high is the whatchamacallit you get, but it is his Fury, because his Fury is quite large. However, Spidey Supreme reduces the potency of that Fury substantially. And like I said, because of all the debuffs, your willpower healing a lot too. So that was a dumb idea. Like I said, I don't know like any of the other stats. Like I said, if the fight was done in like 45, 50 seconds, you know, under a minute, then that's definitely sus. But if it took like if it was almost a timeout, then like that's totally believable. Sig, I'm actually not sure exactly what his Sig does. I don't think it's particularly important for the matchup. I can pull it up real quick. There he is. Let's see, gain power, potency of bursts. Okay, that's actually quite nice. So it increases his damage output quite substantially. But, so yeah, Sig 20. I mean, those don't scale awful, actually. Or like, it's like level 20 isn't like super bad. Either way. It does technically help his damage output for his rotation. The higher is, I guess. But all right, get your evade out of the way. Dude, I had a Kushala, a rank 4 Kushala, mind you, actually. I think it was Sig 200 as well. Timed the crap out versus my Serpent when I played last night, which was surprising to me, but like you definitely get thrown off because of the debuffs. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be the case. Yo, Abyss. I need to awaken her too, actually. That reminds me. Foopy. I don't think I ended up getting that many points. Werewolf by Night for the event quest? Werewolf by Night? That is not a hard fight. I did it with like Spider-Ham, I think. Like he died stupidly fast. Yeah, what? Before I was so rudely interrupted by the internets, yeah, you don't need a Rupture Immune to do that fight. At all, in the slightest. Just don't let him hit into your block or your face with his mediums, basically. That's the only way. Or don't get hit by his specials. And if you get a couple, like 1 or 2 on you, it's like not the end of the world. It's like pretty inconsequential. So you do not need Rupture. Hit all in the slightest. Come on. All this lag and load time crap is like making this gonna take forever. Honestly, if I had like a proper like fast phone or like fast like load times and stuff, we could get through stuff so much faster. Anti-Venom, I can't think of any reason why Anti-Venom would be any particularly good. Like, he's not terrible. Like, he's a solid champion. Like, he's got good damage output. But, like, him specifically, I can't think of any good reason why you'd want to use him. But probably like any solid science champion would be fine. Really, you can fight him with anybody, but I don't remember exactly what the nodes are. Because like I said, I hardly was paying attention to it. That was like the skill quest, wasn't it? Or was it the mystic? Maybe it was the mystic one? No idea. Doesn't really matter. Now, this still works with Archangel, and I'm pretty sure Electra as well. I'm curious if they made it work for Drax, because Drax used to work, and like that was intentional, and then at some point they fixed it or changed it to not work. I wonder if they like remade it work. I kind of doubt it, but I'm rather curious. I haven't thought to try it in quite a while. But I don't know if it actually works where we're at. If you have Spider-Punk, he's Rupture immune. And Science. Yeah, I feel like this is going like really slow. I know I did a couple other things, but like I've done 8 rounds of this arena. Well, technically 9, but like 8 of the 17. Who allowed Serpent in the arena, man? God. Not cool. Not cool, man. Crap. I'm losing the health race. Not for love. I'm winning the race. Come on. I knew I was going to get to that. I'm losing. No, I'm still ahead on the race. Aha! That was a really stupidly slow fight. Not even because of lag, just because like, it's not a great match. Well, his regen isn't regenning the Rupture. I mean, you get willpower for 1 debuff, but the regen is only regenning you from whatever block damage you take. Gosh. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Interesting interaction. But yeah, I mean, that works. Because the regen's like 500%. I thought it was 500% of the block damage, because that's usually what the node is. Plus, he has a regen of his own if he triggers his Majigger. Either way. See, you didn't even have to worry about it. You took him down, and it was totally fine. But generally, Wolf, not too bad to fight anyway. It's really only problematic if he like clips you with a special. Which, you get clipped by the special 1 more than the special 2. Yeah, I know what you mean. You, man. Okay, so I was wrong on all the accounts. Yo, what's up, PP? And a top hat to you, too. It's the same exact team. Stupid. I don't know that I have seen them, actually, but I haven't played that many matches either. I'm just saying, I'm giving benefit to the doubt. I mean, it very well could have been a not legit matchup. I was just, you know, saying like it very well could have been as well. Like I was saying, whether or not it was legit or not, I would say wholly depends on like how long the fight was. pretty sure Serpent's just gonna kill me again, which is stupid. Finkeldookie, sorry, not Finkeldink, that's something else. What's up, man? So it's probably just a waste of time. The Serpent's a dick. Dude, how did that reach me, dude? All that effort just to get one slip, a minute fight, and we still died. I do pick him up. I haven't picked him up since it just reset, but yeah, I do pick him up. It's not like super pricey and it adds up, so it's not unreasonable. Seriously though, this is the same exact freaking. I'm all mystics though. This is fun. Or no, it's different. What the heck? No, we'll still do it this way. It's fine. Was what MSD's baby account? What? Oh, Finkeldink? No, Finkeldink was one of Brian's, I think. Dude, such weird spacing as that happened. I was so slow. I need somebody to remind me what I'm made of. Lift me up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just keep getting all the points, all the units. You know what? You're actually right, Reaper. I was like, yeah, no, that's right. It should have been Thor's Day, not Wednesday. Yeah, let me go ahead and fix that. You right. Yeah, Venom the Duck and Null. You can't actually go in with Null. It won't let you for some stupid reason, even though he's symbiote. So you have to go in with any other one, and then just swap them out in the first room, and then you have the synergy. So it just gives you an extra safety net, which I think only triggered on me like twice the entire time. Why Friday? Yeah, it's new day. What Friday? Well, I did it with full recoils on, so. The Venom the Duck. Even without that, honestly, because by the time you're fully ramped, like, you have the immunity, and you don't actually really take any recoil anyway, because the protections, like, just make you not take any damage. So the regen is really nice, though. Just for the healing up a little bit. But yeah, you basically become immortal. Like, really hard to die. Like, you have to mess up pretty badly to actually trigger the null synergy. And it's totally fine if you do, because like it lasts long enough, like you'll heal up. And you should be able to just finish off your opponent before it would trigger fall off anyway. And even if it falls off, like you're not dead from it falling off. Unless, well, no, if you have the regen, you wouldn't, but if you didn't have the regen, then yeah, if it fell off, you'd be dead, but it's fine. It just takes forever. Huh. That is interesting. I really wish I had Lumitrix, man. Like he's gonna be the first one added to the pool though, so there's a chance I will be able to get him, and I would 100% will rank him up to at least rank 3 because like he's solid. Really obnoxious as a defender and a solid attacker. So he's very useful. Oh. Crunchy. very crunchy. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend trying to do all of the run in one sitting, because like it's a slog. 30 rooms is so excessive. It's so much. It's too much. It's too much chemical taste. Oh. Too much. Good stuff. Yeah, we want to go to at least 7.5. If we're feeling good, if things are going smoothly, we can go to 9. That would be even better on the featured arena. And then we'll see where we're looking on time. This is like taking forever. Yep. Pile of slogs. Just in time for winter too. Pull out the axe, chop your pile of slogs, and you have slog wood to hopefully burn. Anyway, we'll go keep you warm. Beautiful. Oh, that would have been so satisfying if it crit. Killed them anyway, but you know. Chips Ahoy cookies. They're alright. They're not like, I don't know. I'm not like crazy about them. Wait, Reese's Chips Ahoy though. That could be interesting. That actually might be not half bad. Like normal Chips Ahoy are like, they're fine, but like I don't want to like eat like a bunch of them either. Don't think if I did that it would wind up going over well, but probably wouldn't make it very far. Crazy, like if you mess that up and get clipped, like his special one just instantly kills you in arena defense versus 4-star. Like you're just dead. Which is dumb because like I use them and like it's only gonna do like half their health, I think. But whatever. Just regen it all back. That's totally fine. Just like that. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. When do the I think they don't come off. Are they already off? Or like at midnight tonight, or past midnight? Has the cooldown reset for the stupid revives? Like the rage revives. Are those buyable again, the free ones? Nah, I never get like a craving for that sort of thing. I'm more of a chips and pretzels kind of guy. I'm not like I'll eat cookies, but like I don't like crave cookies. I suppose you consider like animal crackers a cookie, technically, but like they're like a cracker-ish. But I like those. I eat a lot of those, but like actual like cookies, kind of cookies. So I'll eat them, but like I don't have like get hankerings for them. I mean I don't really have hankerings necessarily for animal crackers either, but I do eat a lot of them. Chips though, I do like I will have like cravings. Like I want like something salty, like a chip. Like my oh shoot. That's bad. Okay, we're fine. I do have a bag of pretzels there too. That I've been sitting unopened for a good while now because I haven't had good reason to like. I haven't actually been craving the pretzels. I've been wanting like chips more. Once I like get a, because I haven't had any pretzels in a while, but once I get a taste of them, I'm like salty, crunchy, like yes, and then it's like now I got you want to eat more, but in some ways, like I have a lot of self-control when it comes to stuff like that. Other times it's just like I can't. Man, just like I'm gonna do this, you know. Yeah, the more like crunchy kind of Chips Ahoy, right? The original Chips Ahoy. Like they're not bad cookies. It's just, but honestly, I really like. I haven't actually had these in a while, but like I like a good like peanut butter cookie dipped in my silk or milk. I mean, you can just find dipped in milk either, but I don't drink milk, so. Your milk or milk substitute, whatever you use, is delicious. I love me a good peanut butter cookie. Slinger was good. Big Dookie, what's up? See, it's still normal in my stream. I see the names are normal. What is it with other people's like YouTube like streams where like it shows the frickin' the ads and not like the actual name? I'm like, I have no idea. We're doing good. Chocolate covered ice cream cone with warm brandy cheese. Dude, I love watching like food stuff. I love me food, man. Love me some foodsies. Grind some units. I mean, it's really easy to fall off and then just like never feel like doing it again because it is such a grind. Like if you're in it and just like you stay constant on it, it's like, okay, it's just the thing I do. If you're like used to it, but like if you stop, it's hard to actually like get into. Like it was rough for me to like when I like wasn't doing any arena really at all for a long period of time to actually like get back into it. I was like, I don't want to do it. It's been so long not doing it. Like I need the units, but like I just don't feel like it, and it's sucky. Whoops. No, I'm a free to play Doogie. Mino spendy. Beard meets food. Yes. Dude, the man can put food down. Like I actually really enjoy his videos. Like they're really well made. And he's funny as well. But yeah, no, dude. Like you just see this like massive portion of food, and then it's like, I mean, he time lapses it, but still like 15 minutes or less generally, apart from some of the ones that like will take him 20, 30 minutes. But like it depends on like the kind of food it is, but like something you can just like kind of shovel down. Golly, dude, it's insane. Like I would feel so crappy even attempting to eat that much. Like I couldn't finish it. Like, it would not stay down if I tried eating that much. Yeah. Well, the problem is like half of the total units is in the 4-star, but it's such a drag to do because it takes so much longer than the other two. The other two you can do really casually, and then they're just done really fast. The 4-star one, you have to do so many more rounds. It is more rounds than the other two combined. Which it should be, because it's twice the unit, it should be about as many rounds as the other two combined. That would make sense. But honestly, I mean, it's I do over just the milestones, and it's more than what I do over. It's nearly double, I think, the number of rounds if you're just going to the milestones. We can double check it. Because I think it's like 25 rounds or something to do just the milestones in the 4-star, or the basic one, or something like that. It might be a little bit more than that, maybe like 30, 25 to 30, something like that. And the featured, I think, is like 40. Or no, it's like 37, I think, to get all the milestones. So it's not a lot. Like if I go top down, if I do the way I have been recently, like getting a few of my top end like ascended champions done and keep redoing those multiple times a day, it winds up taking me like 95 to 97, like 96, 97. rounds to do the basic, but it's 102 like on the dot to do the why did my camera like blip out? What the heck? It's still fine. Okay, whatever, that was weird. Lost my train of thought. But if I do this, my top 17 down 6 times, it's 102 rounds, is what it takes. So it's like, it's a lot. Whereas like the other two combined is like 60, you know? Yeah, AI can be a dick sometimes. Yeah, and then asking for dessert too, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Usually ask for dessert, like on a very few occasions, like he'll not actually ask for dessert, but like most of the time, he's feeling like he'll just eat this massive amount of food and be like, can I have the dessert menu? There's been a couple of occasions where like he like passes on that, but yeah, it's insane. It's also crazy, like I know there's like women that kind of do similar stuff like too, that are like just like tiny women that just like down like just as much food just as quickly. I know there's like a couple, like they're like husband and a wife that do like challenges together. I think I've watched any of them, but like I know there is, that do them together, and just like woman is like, it's like a normal, just average looking person, you know. I guess maybe above average. I mean, she'd be fit, but which is definitely not the average, especially out of the U.S. But it do be like that. Come on. Ooh. Jewish brisket, others food. Others food. What? Others. I feel like a message got eaten because I'm confused. Favorite food? If I had to pick just one, I really love spaghetti. Especially the way it comes out when I make it, like with you know what I have in it and the spices and stuff. Oh, just like a meat sauce. Like I like meatballs too, but like just I've not made meatballs for like when I make it. I just use like ground beef and put it in the sauce. Black versus Jewish. It still makes not 100% sense. Um, yeah. So it's a special lock that prevents you from throwing specials. Black versus white people's mac and cheese. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a. Wait, hands are still what are your hands frozen from? Kosher brisket, please. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've made some good stuff. I don't cook much. Like, there's a few things like I've made, but like whenever I do make something, it's like always. Although I'll be honest, the last thing I did cook, I called it a food patty because it technically had meat in it, but it tasted great, or I wouldn't say great. It tasted good. I enjoyed it. But it was definitely not the most like appealing looking thing I've ever made. So I was just like, I made this abomination of a patty of food. So I called it a food patty, and yeah. Because it was food and it was patty shaped. Tasted pretty good though. I finished that off Saturday. I want to finish that off on Saturday. I think that sounds about right. Yeah, until I started like living by myself, like I didn't like cook like proper stuff, like a lot of proper stuff. Like still most of the stuff I make is just like either like a pre-packaged sort of or boxed sort of like meal, but there's some stuff I've made from scratch. I do like a lot of stir fries, so stir fry stuff, rice, stuff like that. A few of the other things I like to make, I have made, and those are on the channel. Because I've done them as like special cooking streams, because people have asked for it. So I went ahead and finally did it. So I think there's like 7 different meals on the channel, 6 or 7. Steak. I don't like buying steak though, because the steak's expensive. But when I did have like some on sale that I did buy, because it was like stupidly cheap, and I've yet to see it ever even remotely close to that cheap since I bought that. Prices are going up and what have you, but like I don't know what kind of sale it was. It was just, I wish I had gotten more of it at this point, because like it was like, it wasn't like your ribeye or anything like your well-known like big cut, but it was a steak. I mean, it was like this petite cut, and I got them for like $1.99 a pound or something like that. So I had a bunch of steaks. And it was delicious. OG Phoenix, honestly, yeah, is like, can do some cool stuff too, for sure. I do have a Cosmic Awakening gem, but I think I need to give it to Medusa. Although I think Medusa is one of the ones getting added to the basic, right? So I'll wait to do that on the off chance, like because I'm hoarding 7-star shards right now for all those champions to get added. And I currently don't really have a particular use for Phoenix, or not Phoenix, Medusa, so I haven't actually done it yet. Oh yeah, look at that. They're all lasting so much longer. Beautiful. Crushing it. Fantastic. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times because like I can cook stuff I do like I don't like eating out at like fast food is fine. Like I like fast food stuff, but like going to a restaurant and I'm just like I don't want to buy a thing from a restaurant. But I'm like I can make food I like either just as much or more for a fraction of the cost. You know, and it's like well, she's like very well built for Zola too. Like she's like kind of a hard counter to him. Serpent is also special lock immune, I think. Or is it just power lock immune? It might just be power lock immune. I'd have to double check. Might actually just be power lock. But yeah. So it's like, but I think that goes like into me just like being kind of cheap, and I'm just like, there are certain things that like I'll pay the upcharge for convenience, but like restaurants don't feel like a convenience; they feel like a specialty thing. So like for me to like pay that upcharge, like it has to be like either really special or something like that, you know. That's not weird, Slinger, because if you read Serpent's kit, there's a very special reason for that. Okay, let me do this fight through Kate versus Kate is not good for Solvark. Koya can do Lumitrix though, I think. But Kate is not gonna get a Solvark down. Not even remotely. The whole God of Fear thing. What? But yeah, no. Versus Serpent, like he has one of those kits where like, yo Max, how did the rest of your stream go, man? You went quite fairly long for you. That was like, it was like a 3-hour stream almost, or about 3 hours, yeah. So there's no fear of the void. Uh, no, but yeah. But what's good, Max? How are you doing? Yeah, it's easy to do. It's very easy to lose track of time with BGs for sure. You make it into vibranium. For prestige. Oh, because it'll get you another rank 4? Or something else? Tell me you don't already have 30 rank 4s? Psh, come on. Pshaw. That's the only thing. I mean, I know there's SIGs and stuff too, but like, is it gonna get you another rank 4? Is that why? Because like all of your top 30 champions are all SIG 200 now, right? Or you have missing SIGs on some of them? I have a lot that are not SIG 200. That is for darn sure. Bro, can you like... Really? You're gonna do... Oh, okay, that was my fault. To 60 range? Yeah. That's such quite a few. It won't give me another one because I'm already going to get another one with the Radiance one, so I'll get it before I would hit that anyway. Because I need the one full one from Radiance, which I can buy whenever. And then I need like 1,500 more T7B on top of that. And that gives me 3. So I'm like so close to a second one, and I can buy a full one. I could buy the extra 10% even and just do that, but I'm probably gonna skip that and just buy 2 full ones. So. Kindred's bio? What do you mean? OG Phoenix? I mean, if you didn't get her when she was like in the thingy, yeah, she's not in any crystals. And I don't think she was one of the ones being added in December either. You'd have to double check that. I don't think she's being added, but she's definitely not in any crystals right now. I don't know like the background to like any of these random characters. Even like some of the well-known ones that have like are like well like documented like comic kind of lore. I don't know because like I'm not like into that sort of stuff. Yeah, he's undead. So he's kind of like a mummy-ish. Kind of what the wrappings are kind of signifying. Like I know, like knowing how champions work, but like their bio, like their background, like what, like their names and or like their like the character's like name, and then they obviously have like a superhero or villain name, but like I don't care. Yeah, undying is something different. Like that's just like a specific mechanic. Yeah, I'm still sigging up. Although I've been using generics because I've been like they've been coming to expire. That I'm low on Cosmics anyway, but I've been throwing them into Serpent most recently. I'm trying to think of what the next Cosmic one that I do need to give 6 to would be. Because if I do awaken Medusa, I wouldn't mind like getting her sigged up a little bit, but I'm trying to think if there's a Cosmic that like needs to get SIGs. Like Null would need high SIG. I just don't really have any particular use for Cosmic ones at the moment. Nova maybe? Well, I don't have Carolina, so. Yeah, I don't care about all the political correctness crap and stuff like that. Yeah, I have 139 energy. What of it? Jealous? Don't worry. If I get to battlegrounds, we'll burn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna open up another Titan until the crystal changes. So I've got 45 days or whatever. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it. Cause like, it's like if you're using proper English, like that's totally fine. But if there's two and you're talking about both, then yes, it would be they and them. It's plural. Ugh. In the next pool specifically, no, I just don't need to pull any of the champions that are leaving. I mean, any of the new champs being added will just be new. So it'll be, I'll want basically all of them plus the other champions that just got added this last time. So like I'm still missing Carolina and stuff, but I don't need to pull any of the ones that are leaving is basically the reason. Honestly, the next pool is gonna kind of suck. I think from what people are thinking. Because the last couple months have not had like particularly awesome Oh my gosh, let me adjust the frickin' champions, please. I haven't been great. So if we look at like the newest editions here, release. If we go to playable. Let's see. So we have Silver Samurai, who would actually be fine, but Mr. Knight will be in there. Dracula will be in there. Franken Castle will be in there. So it'll be those four, and then I'm not sure who else. I think we know one of the five, or one of the last two, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't actually. We might not actually know either of the next two being added. But like, Mr. Knight definitely is not have been like it apparently, so he's gonna be whatever. Oh hey, they're back in sync. When did that happen? I don't know. Dracula, like I just don't think he's gonna be meta. Same with Franken Castle. I don't know that necessarily like Samurai will be either. Like he's could be cool, but like for a mutant, I'd honestly rather just take up Dazzler. Probably can do whatever Samurai would do, plus probably more. So. Seven out of 9? Sheesh, that's awful. Yeah, so there's not been like any that are like must-haves. Like Spider-Woman was a must-have. Jean was kind of a must-have. Honestly, if we go backwards further, so like I sucks I'm missing out on Solvark. Nico is basically a must-have. Dark Phoenix obviously was a must-have. She was never in the Terrestrial though. Why is it showing Lumitrix there? He's not. That's not accurate. Is it? I guess it is. That would be the second one. Never mind. Like I do want Carolina, but I don't think she's like a must-have. People do pretty good with what's his face? Dude, I hate when I draw such hard blanks on names. Wow, I might have to click on him. Bastion, jeez. But I don't think he's necessarily a must-have either. Same with Gentle, he's not a must-have. Okoye is kind of a must-have. Death is Thanos. Dazzler, really nice. Spiral, a lot of people don't actually use Spiral, but I really like her. Jack as well, really good, but not like a must-have. Shathra has been like a must-have, like though, 100%. She's so versatile and just does so much damage. Nefaria's like solid, not necessarily a must-have. Certain metas, like he's like you wanted him, but like in general, I don't, not necessarily a must-have. Enchantress, kind of want her, but she's, you know, it depends on the meta how good she winds up. Beta Ray Bell, nah, doesn't matter. Leader, Depends on the meta. But when the meta suits him, like you could use a 6-star, so doesn't that matter that much. Patriot, definitely not. North Star, nope. Arcade was like at one point, same with Sable. I mean, even Negasonic like was like used a lot when she first came out, and then it's like most people don't actually run her. But again, the problem is like we keep getting more champs, and they're usable in smaller niche cases. But we can only pick 30 to go in a deck. So like if they don't fit that case, or they're especially great for the uses you want for any given setup, then they're not going to make it. You know? Yeah, I really wanted Zola. Like I did without him for a while because I only just got him in this newest Titan. He leaves with the Titan change as well. So I didn't have him for 6 months. And obviously made do without him. But I was banning him 90% of the time, you know. So shit protect, yeah, that's still, I think, I blank so hard on what the words I'm trying to use. Yeah, anyway. I disagree. Like it helps him a little bit, but like I don't think he's like must-has it. It obviously helps him because it goes unblockable if you trigger the sleep. But if you're triggering the sleep, it's not great for you anyway. Because you're trying to avoid that. Nico, she's really strong, but I can't see any way they could change her, keeping her identity what they made her. Because her identity is basically being able to have that buff immunity, and what would be literally a massive nerf to her is if you could only get the buff immunity with the special 2, kind of like Black Widow Clairvoyant does, and you couldn't refresh it. That would be honestly a massive nerf to her. But otherwise, like, yeah, no, I think like she's strong, but like I can't see a good way of them making a tweak to her that would like that wouldn't be like another Spider-Woman kind of like it's just this tiny little thing, you know, to do whatever. No, like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna change her, honestly. To a neutralize, yeah, that's very different. The thing that buff immunity does is it completely removes any existing buffs, whereas neutralize only prevents future buffs. And she's built around like completely getting rid of whatever buffs, and then if there was buffs previously, they're converted to poisons. They really couldn't do a good way of nerfing her without like really nerfing her. Really once in a way. I used Okoye for the longest time. I only just used an Awakening Gem on her, Steve, because I really want, like, it benefits her a lot. But she can 100% be used without it. There are certain things you can only do with her awakened, like counter Mystic Dispersion. It also requires a specific mastery setup, but she can only pull that off with her duped ability. Um, the next Heart of Fire. Yeah, I mean, well, Sig definitely not. Dupe is like it's use case. Like she really doesn't need it most of the time. Like it's really nice to have. It opens her up and just gives her more damage, but realistically, she doesn't actually need it. Like it's super nice to have though. Specifically for like PvP stuff. I mean, outside of PvP, she definitely 100% doesn't need it. Buff Claire, yeah. Honestly, Claire should be a 7-star. I was really hoping we got her as a 7-star and not Tigra. Tigra, I wish still didn't exist as a 7-star. I would much rather have gotten Claire. Personally. I wouldn't mind her getting added as a 7-star, but I also wouldn't mind seeing her get like a slight tune-up as well. She's got decent utility, but the utility she has isn't like a super common like must-have. And her buff immunity, which she was initially the only one that had it, isn't as strong as Nico's because I don't think it lasts as long. You can only get it off the special 2, and you can't refresh it. So, well, Dazzler's very different. Because you need it 100% to be able to do the Thorns stuff. You technically don't need it for Bullseye. Because it's obviously really nice because like getting the pursuit, you can bypass the evade, but she doesn't actually technically need it to do the Bullseye matchup. Makes the Bullseye matchup way easier to do. But she like would not do like your Korgs or well, technically she doesn't need it for Korg. You just play around with Thorns, but Atuma wouldn't be able to do as well. It just depends on who you're missing, and if you care about the new champions being added. I don't think the new ones that we currently know of that are being added are like must-haves, any of them. But I do like collecting the new ones. And for me, all of the ones that are leaving the pool, I don't need a pull. I have all of them, and the most important awakenings of all of those I already have. So I don't need to pull any of them. Because I just awakened to Koye with the gem, solidifying like I'm not opening up anymore. Because there was a reason I basically held off on even awakening her in the first place was because like I knew I was gonna be she's gonna be in the Titan pool for a while, and I was gonna be opening Titans, and I didn't want to use it on her when there was like the highest chance there was gonna be of me just awakening her naturally, and of course it never happened. Yeah, exactly. I want to do this. It's fine. But So, like, I could technically open more, and it wouldn't be like the worst thing. But like I said, because of the position I'm in, I'm waiting. I'm also holding on to basics right now for champions that I want to get added to the base pool to get added. Which, I mean, they're adding a bunch, and the basic pool is already huge, so chances are, even with how many 7-stars I'll have by the time they get added, I probably won't get... I'd be lucky probably to get one of them. And I don't actually need all of them. I don't know that that's been confirmed. If she's in there, that'd actually be really good for me, because, like, I could use it. Dude, she's such a dick. Much more so than I ever initially... Dude, what is going on? Why is the game just, like, not loading? I think my game just froze entirely. Yo, what's up, Zero? We're doing pretty good. It would also be good if she is added. For me, at this point. Yeah. And he's not like, and he doesn't like do that fight fast either. Like he's, or at least he didn't in like the last meta or whatever. But like I'm actually debating just taking up the 6-star and throwing her in the deck, because like she has a reasonable, like a sizable health pool. As a 6-star, crazily, like her health pool is like pretty big. Dude, I'm so far away from you, dick. Come on, just throw your special. Thank you. Yeah, when I've been fighting the 6-star in Battlegrounds, the 6-star Ascended, with the multiplier, it's over 300,000 health. Which I kept like thinking back to like Nick Fury, because like I know his number from like when he was a 6-star for so long. At a rank 5 Ascended 6-star, was only like, depending on masteries, like 260, 270,000. The multiplier is a 4x. So if she has 100,000 base, like that'd be 400,000 health on defense. I destroyed that onslaught is what I did. I really like Zola as an attacker, if I'm being perfectly honest. He's really fun. He is very much so fun. He's like a very underrated attacker. Even unawakened, like the awakening helps him a little bit, but meh. Let's see, we need that. Ooh, yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, I utterly, completely and utterly destroyed that onslaught. Ouch. Extra ouch. Nice. Yeah, it takes a while when you're, you know, just getting up there. Now that you are Valiant, though, they'll start coming in faster. For BGs, I mean, it's going. You know, we're still Plat 3, AW. We've dropped in AQ a little bit, so but we're not gonna like, we're nowhere near falling out of that 45 to 90 bracket, because the bracket is like huge. But there's like no chance we can get back into the top 45, realistically. But I don't see any way. It's not realistic that we fall out of 90 either. So we're very solidified, like right in the middle of that bracket. We usually finish like 64 to 68 ish. The prestige change actually doesn't go live for AQ until next week, I believe. That's when it'll change for AQ. And then the 9.4 beta, does that start next week? Maybe. Crossbones is great. BZ. BZ. Who is BZ? BZ. Oh, 100% hers free to play the most. Because A, they have less rank ups, but they also open less crystals, so they have less SIGs. And SIGs is like the majority of where prestige come from. Because it doesn't scale like linearly. So, yeah. It's rough. Baron Zemo. Gotcha. Well, he's usually just called Zemo. I don't think I've seen it abbreviated as BZ. But that's fair. Zemo's solid. I didn't wind up getting him as a 7-star, so. Honestly, if you haven't done it already, like, if you have the 7-star, especially at rank 3, he would absolutely crush the Karina challenge, the Zemo Karina challenge for in the Grandmaster's Gauntlet or whatever. Crap. So long as you have all the other like a full team of Zemos, like yeah, for the potency. Oh yeah, he's disgusting for this meta. Cause I did it with a rank. I did it with a rank 4 Zemo. The Korea challenge for the Grandmaster Gauntlet. If you have a rank 3, that would be what, 1, 2, 3 ranks higher, which is like 50% more like stats. You would crush it. You'd absolutely crush it. Honestly, it'd probably be better than. I think it'd be better than 50%. It'd be like closer to 60. I don't think it'd be quite 60%. But it'd be close to be 60% higher stats than what I used when I did it. I did do it with full recoils on though, so. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We're over the 7.5. We're high enough. I can finish that tomorrow. How long do I have before the other one refreshes though? At this point, it can't be too long. Yeah, 15 minutes. So we got 15 minutes before that comes off. So we have time for a BG match. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get some martinis quick. So, how many rank 4s do I have? I have 13 now. But give me a second. I'm gonna go get some tea. Yum. Där vi går. Das vi går. Yeah, they do take time is the one downside. Alright, so let's do a quick run. Let's do... I said I was gonna change, make a change though. I'm gonna get rid of Domino. Who else was I gonna get rid of? Get rid of Domino. Who else did I not want to deal with? There's somebody else that was like doing me no good. I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. Oh, right. I think it was. No, she'd still be fine for that fight. There's somebody else I wanted to get rid of. Maybe the cow. I don't know. That was definitely not it, but whatever. We're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna throw in. Why isn't Kindred in there? I don't know how that happened. We wanted. Oh yeah, I wanted you in there. Yeah. Do that for now. It's pretty low, yeah. I'm not sure how low it is. We can have a quick look see. We do by prestige. Jugs is like the legit, but did I just get quit out on? I didn't actually look at the deck. I'm gonna have to scroll back in the time. Venom is like 30 champs higher. Yeah, what kind of, I'll have to scroll back. What kind of deck was that I can't? Like, did the champ screen like even pop up? I'm so confused. Like it matched me. Yo, what's up, Epic Nose? And then, okay, there it was. Like he immediately quit out. Yeah, there was 8 rank 4 in the top row there. Wow, like literally like that was like not even enough time to see who I had in my deck. That was so immediate. That was ridiculous. That made no sense. I'm gonna guess maybe, but if you're gonna be just quitting out, like anyway, like you'll get more points doing that. Well, you're not completing the match. That shouldn't give you any points. I have no idea. I feel like I should probably get rid of that tiger, but I'm gonna leave it. Get rid of that. Dude, look at this. 3 full rows of rank 4s and another rank 4 there. I didn't get all what I wanted. Anyway. That's ridiculous. Well, my deck is not like quite half full. That's more than 2/3 full. This is not good for me. There we go, that's better. Strangely, just because he has that freaking hood, I'm gonna do that. Which, I mean, hood can do kindred as well, but... Like, I dropped a gentle, like, specifically for being a defender. Starkey is not good for gentle. I mean, I take that back. You could do it by doing heavies only. And just waiting out the 2 seconds. It's like doing a heavy every 2 seconds. But you can't, like, do the fight normally. Yeah, there's some... yeah. Broski. Okay, that was not meant to be hitting, but whatever. Dude, let me... This is gonna go way too slow, isn't it? Bro! And then of course you do that. Dude. Dude, I don't know why she's going so terribly for me. He's gonna come out with full health. Well, something went horribly wrong. Yeah, she's super beefy, dude. Yeah. That was definitely a lot slower than what it could have been. Dude, that AI was tragic, is what that was. I bet. I bet. It's really nice being able to parry the non-contact too, so that's... I'm gonna have to let her throw that though. Okay, that was my fault. Bro. Keep messing that up. But that's fine. Yeah, that's... yeah. Also fair. Yeah, I know, I'm messing that up. I don't have much choice but to do it this way, and just have to play out that route. No, that was the right play. I didn't have a good way of fighting him. Ouch. Ouchie mama. Dude, I just got ruined. I'm dead. There's no chance I win this because of how just crappy that went. Yeah, I did in fact 100% just die. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, Spider-Woman would have been crushed. Because I had a Okoye. Yeah, I had no good option for fighting that Zemo. I didn't have a choice but to attempt that, and it just blew up in my face. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Try and move up that bracket, which should be fine, right? I should be able to claim that, yeah. Hold on, do they change? No. Okay. Yeah, I have the poverty one in my deck right now. Let's see. Let's get rid of... Honestly, let's just get rid of that. Yeah, he can crit through block when awakened. That's the dangerous. I got auto draft. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Yay! That was weird. That was weird, right? I would bet not. There are other champions that are just more problematic, though, for me to leave in, so... Ooh. Honestly, I'm really sad that I need to, like, take you over. solid. I can work with that. I can work with this. I finally got a decent draft. Yeah, even though he's got the Nico, I tried Nico versus Serpent before. You cannot keep up the buff immunity. Like the things line up so poorly. Okay, Crossbones should not be on defense. I'm so confused. Yeah, no, this is fine. I have no idea what's going on here. Kingpin's not doing that fight. I'm sorry. Even with the extra attack, like I don't see it happening. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I just let him sub. I don't know what this do. Like, I guess he's just letting the match end so to get the point. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I've not, like, the last dude was like a legit dude, but like we had the instant quit out. We have this. I don't know what's going on. It's lame. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it either. Let's see, that's not a problem. I'm just gonna do this. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be clap fest, is what this is. Although he's not a hero, which makes Crossbones substantially not as good, but... that was pretty criminal, but again, he wasn't, like, trying. No crits in a 5-hit combo, thank you. Didn't get a shrug either. I was not trying to throw that, but whatever. Bro. Freaking Dex to save my life. Yeah. I don't know. That's just... that's so lame, though, dude. Like, why? Yeah, he's just like, I don't know. I don't know. That was lame. But we're promoted. Yay! I'd rather he just quit out. It's because that's just wasting my time. Like, yeah, I got the win, but like, it's not satisfying to win like that. It's more satisfying to get a quit out win than to just have him get zeros like that. That's not interesting in the slightest. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I get like, yeah, do it for the event point, but like, where am I at as far as that even? Where's the event at? Where is that event? Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's here. So I'm at 400. Like, I'm a tenth of the way there, basically, just shy of that. So I don't know. I did in fact click that, but not on purpose. That was 100% Uber lane. Bro! Let me move. It's potato chip time. So instead of playing my thumbs, we'll play with my thumb and ring finger. Or that always happens. Yeah, that's no bueno either. It's no bueno. Yeah, I said it. Like I'd say it so frequently. We'll go ahead and put it in. Es no bueno. I literally just do it without thinking. As soon as I said, I'm like, dag nabbit. Sorry guys, I've been secretly a Mexican this whole time. I wanted to actually add shields, but she is only rank 2, and I didn't have anybody else to take out. Ah. I'm not even the slightest bit Mexican. I'm like about as European as it gets, I think. taco or burrito? Can I be a taquito? A mix between the two? Well, there you have it. I am a taquito. Tamale? Actually, not crazy about tamales. Enchiladas are good. I do like enchiladas. And chimichangas. Chimichangas are good. Dude, I have a Mexican restaurant up the road. Has amazing chimichangas. These things are like huge and full. Get one of those suckers. You can like split it in half and have a full meal. Have that with beans and rice and all the good stuff. Ugh. Delicious. I am Vanguard. That's true. It's pretty rare for me to get that since I do run recoils. So even if I am running a double immune champion, I generally am not, like, I take some damage usually. Well, chimichanga is literally like a deep fried burrito. It's basically essentially what it is. You take burrito, which is delicious, and deep frying stuff makes them also delicious. So you can't go wrong. Take a delicious, already delicious thing, throw it in a deep fryer. You get an even more delicious thing, in my experience. I don't think I've actually had deep fried Oreos before. But yeah, I'm Vanguard in raids. I need to the revives reset, right? I need to go do some more raid. Is he now? Interesting. Could be interesting. Potentially. I can actually imagine him being like one of the fastest because he's like a bit of a ramp up champion. Like he'd probably do decent, but there's definitely gonna be faster Vanguard champions. I think Iron Man's like the fastest. Yeah, no, we do the highest Nightmare raids or whatever. Gotta run the highest AQ we can. And it's not like Nightmare raids is any harder than normal raids. It's like basically the same. Although Lumitrix as a boss kind of sucks. Yeah, versus Bleeding, that's true. That's solid. That's pretty solid. That'll be helpful. Problem is he also has evade, so like I can't like let him throw any heavies or the special one. Or no, it's the special one that causes them to miss, right? It's the special 2 that's evade. But you also can't dex the special 1. As far as I know, it's not dexable. You're just going to be taking more and more chip damage. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't... fudge. Ghost Rider was supposed to be against Gamora. Can be dex. Interesting. What if it's like similar to like Nick Fury's special 1? Because like that's technically dexable too, but like it never happens. Hey, look at that, no damage taken. It's like the bullet spray. What are you talking about? Nothing crazy. Or like that energy beam, like rapid fire or whatever he's got. Maybe I just haven't fought him enough. Ah, who knows. But you can go downhill very quickly fighting him, though. That's for darn sure. Let's see, we need to go to 64, I think is our marks. We need to like 12. God, this goes so slow. Yeah. Plus, Serpent works quite well. You don't have to worry about the evade or the miss. I kind of like the look of all of them. Sylvark looks pretty sick too. That's alright for now. Ooh, that spacing sucked. Really? Damn, my parry. I mean, I've got Luke Cage right now in raids, so. Huh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Well, they will be. They're coming through the rotation. They're going to be added to the 7-star pool coming up, and then they'll be on that rotation. So like 3 months later than the next one. So at our roughly year mark for them being added to the game is when they'll be added to the pool. Wait, Ice Beam's getting added to the Titan finally? I didn't think they were getting put it in the Titan. I thought they were going to go to the basic or something. Honestly, like, even though I don't have them, I don't think I want them in the Titan. Like, that extra sucks for the people that got them already. Having that take up one of the Titan slots kind of sucks. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, yeah, they're getting added to the basic. Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, I was like pretty hyped for at first. It was like, an extra somebody that can do Serpent and stuff. But then I wound up with like every other Mystic in the game that I wanted that was just gonna get ranked up first. Kushala, Spiral, you name it. I got all the Mystics. I had them all at once. So I couldn't like justify like ranking her up. So then I had all the counters I could really need. And she's not like amazing for like in general for other champion matchups. Yeah, I don't think we have confirmation of what the class is. It's the last idol. There's only going to be 4 of them. It is weird that they didn't make one for each class. But it's whatever. I wonder what their next like big thing is going to be though, because we had the Deathless chase, which I much preferred. A, because you get them all for free, but it was like a fun like thing, and culminated into Thanos, which although it was free, it wasn't just like here you go. You had to do stuff for him, and do stuff throughout the entirety of a year. Like, it took effort and like being around and playing the game. It wasn't just like, here you go, here's your champion in the mail, you know. Devil Ray. I feel like they're like more tight-lipped about like plans and stuff and ideas for the game than they need to be. And it gets them into trouble when we're like wanting stuff or like something happens or whatever, we're waiting on something and they're working on it in the background or potentially, but we don't know that they are, you know? And it's like we complain, like, oh, this, you know, we need this to happen. It's like nothing's being done about it. Well, it is, but they're not saying anything. So it goes completely unnoticed by us because they don't tell us. Right, dude. I was honestly initially not disappointed having pulled him from the Titan and awakening him even. But then I used him, granted at rank 1, in the last, or like in the first iteration of the Elder difficulty in the Science Quest. Like, I had all the Furies, I was fighting a Mystic, so I had full charges, and the fight just sucked. Like, class advantage, all the Furies for the Science node. Class advantage, recoils, and I was doing like no damage. Like the fight took forever. It was sad. There's certain like random quality of life things like 60 frames per second that nobody asked for, that's like just a really cool ad. They're like, that's fine, like make that a secret, whatever, because it doesn't make any difference until like it's there. Like it wasn't a need to be in the game thing, but it's like a really nice cool thing. You know, certain quality of life additions, fine, whatever. Not all quality of life, because certain ones like, yeah, we need to like quality is so low right now, we need this quality of life change because like the quality sucks right now. Like we should know about it. But other ones that are just like nice additions, but not like so major like we like need it right now. Elden Ring, what? Not really. Yeah. Well, he's technically not immune to heat, even in game. Like, he shrugs off incinerate debuffs, but he's not actually immune to incinerate damage. His sig gives him resistant to incinerate damage. So if there was a passive incinerate, which I don't think there exists any in the game right now, he wouldn't shrug it off because it's not a debuff. So he would take damage from that, unless the sig was sufficiently high enough. Which he gets 100% resistance to incinerate damage, fairly easily. But if like the potency were to go up from 100% or whatever his max is, I don't actually know what it is. Negasonic, well, yeah, that's true. That's fair. Didn't even think about her. But yeah, I guess that's true. So Red Up could actually take damage from Negasonic's incinerate. Oh, even her incinerators are passive too. If you throw it while, yeah. So just ignore what I just said. I mean, he's basically immune to Incinerate. But yeah. For Cyber, 100%. I still have a month left. You have like 4 weeks. Between arenas and the daily quests and battle chips, if you were to open them. I mean, just the arena milestones alone. I mean, you get 4,000 a week. Mephisto's Incinerate aura does unless Red Hulk is awakened and has charges. That gives him the resistance. So like you can't fight Mephisto with Red Hulk unawakened because he takes the damage. Red Hulk's awakened ability gives him energy or Incinerate resistance by a percentage based on how many charges he has, or times how many charges, like per charge he has. I'm pretty sure it actually goes above 100%, but I'm not sure like how high it caps out. I mean, unless they announce something like crazy for Banquet, your units are much more worth being spent on Cyber. Banquet is the only reason I skipped Cyber last year and opted for Banquet because I couldn't do both. Was because it was the special anniversary and they had an extra realm event to go with it. Now, given the success that had, as far as Kabam's concerned, they might opt to have another realm event to go with Banquet. Even outside of that, but the only reason it was there initially, and because they've been doing more realm events, like it's actually like a huge like success for them doing the realm events. Like I actually kind of like them. So they might do another one. But I can't imagine it being as good. I mean, it was specifically as good as it was because it was the anniversary, 10th anniversary specifically. I mean, it's always going to be the anniversary for Banquet, but like this one was like the big 10th anniversary. So 11th anniversary, it's another anniversary, but like it's not as special as like hitting the milestone of 10, right? You know. Yeah. It's those multiples of 5 that are like big ones. So it's like, if you get to 15, like that's huge. Or like 11, 12, 13, 14, like whatever. Your 10s, your 15s, your 20s. Really big multiples of 5 are big milestones. And they need to change the crystals, because the crystals themselves sucked last year. Like, the majority of the value I got out of Banquet was because of the milestones from the events, not the crystals. The crystals were freaking garbage. Although I did get lucky and get a Kang, so. Okay, yeah, the rates, like, they need to adjust the drop chances on stuff. And they also need to adjust the drop amounts of stuff. Drastically. Like, it's horrendous. So 200%. So that actually goes up pretty high. So yeah, the crystals need such a massive overhaul because they done messed up. They were really bad. They were pretty tragic. Yeah, that's the other thing though too. There's too big a. We've been needing a new title for a while. I mean, Valiance is 2 years old, and it's like been out of date for like 8 months. You know. We didn't get a new one for rank 4s. Which means they're opting for, like, we're not going to get a new title until rank 5s, which we'll see at Banquet, but only for the whaliest of the whales. And they always make it technically possible to have the next title achievable for free-to-play. Which means we probably won't see it until the end with 9.4, which we won't see till next year. Still several months away. I mean, we're only just getting the beta, you know, next month. And it'll probably be 3-4 months after that we get 9.4. Well, the fact that you get Valiant, you need 2 rank 3s for Valiant. That's it. You don't even need any rank 4s. I've got a bunch of rank 3s. I could do more, and I obviously have a fair bit of rank 4s. But there are accounts with twice as many rank 4s as I do. More than twice as many, you know. That's still a mistake, because they need a differentiation as far as, like, other stuff that they have, like, for, like, side quests and selectors and stuff to, like, progression brackets is still, like, a really important thing for divvying up appropriate rewards to people. So it's a mistake to just, like, say we're doing things differently now. The prestige thing has changed, and, like, Valiant is, like, peak. We're not going any higher than that. Like, that's dumb. That's not gonna fly. Well, they definitely not make it prestige based. Yeah, progression determines your price of items in stores, amounts of stuff in stores. Like, it's obviously a problem because, like, if I could, like, a newly Valiant person and myself can buy the same stuff for the same price in like the Battlegrounds store. But like what the Battlegrounds store can give me, like my needs are above what that store can even give me. Like the price of things, whatever, but like the actual items that are in there, it's like there's no T7B. Tier 4 Alpha is abysmally expensive, and I need way more of it than what is purchasable in there. You know, even if I've maxed it out, like, I mean, I think you can get, what, like, half a Tier 4 Alpha a week or something stupid. Like, that's not, after a month, like, that's still not even enough to give you one rank 3, you know? And I need more rank 3s than that, and stuff for rank 4s. Because rank 4s for me is like the thing where I'm at. Oh, 100% they are. They wouldn't be able to have the successful banquet if it didn't have access to the next. Because there'd be nothing for the whales to chase. Yeah, and they generally have been lumping Valiant with Paragons and stuff. Either they're benefiting Paragons more than they should be, or they're devaluing Valiant, or both, you know. Depending on how you look at it. Like Paragons are like, yay, we're getting the highest amount of a thing we can get. And but Valiants are like, we wanted to be Valiant so we didn't have to get Paragon rewards, you know, it's like we want a differentiation. So it's whatever. But it's the longer it goes without us like having another split, it just becomes more and more problematic. Emperor, that would be kind of cool. I was never like a big fan of like Valiant to begin with. Just like the naming scheme through them. Like when it first was announced, I was like, why? Like, 'cause it sounds like Act 4, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5 sort of like name. We're like proven. Like, Valiant is like sounds like of that kind of level of connotation, whereas the previous couple were like Thronebreaker, Paragon, they're like bigger sounding. Then you have just Valiant, it doesn't have the same kind of oomph to it, it's like it sounds smaller. Like, if I gave you all of the names of all the progression titles and I told you to put them in the order you think they came in, Valiant would not be the top one. Like, if you asked a random person to order these names in least to greatest of what they thought it could be, I guarantee you Valiant would not be the top one. From anybody. I feel like a lot of people would honestly maybe pick Thronebreaker or definitely Paragon. Like, between those two, probably. Oh, 100%. And it's the biggest gap that we've ever seen. Because before Valiant hit, that was also the biggest gap we'd already seen. When it was only Paragon, like there was a huge gap between a new Paragon and where Paragons were before Valiant hit. Because it also skipped a rank. Well, it effectively skipped a rank. It skipped an entire star level. Because they skipped the final rank of 6 stars and just opted for the third rank of 7 stars. You only needed, like, not even maxed out 6 stars, and then it was, like, the middle of 7 stars was the next rank. So there was, like... But there wasn't, like, a ton of those, because, like... You know, it came out fairly early into the 7-star life cycle. Yeah, and that's when they introduced the Ascension to, like, increase the 6-star life cycle a little bit. And it did. Like, Ascension was great. And now I'm just oversaturated with Ascension dust that I have no use for. Because everybody I could want Ascended is Ascended. And the ranks are high enough with 7 stars, and I have those ranks, that anything with 6 stars it doesn't really help me at all. So, like, realistically, a 6-star Ascension dust has 0 value to me. I keep getting it, great, whatever, I'll use it, but I would never buy it. What's up, Nugget? Good morning to you. But realistically, it didn't, like, increase the 6-star life cycle that much, because, like, it only made them at rank, because 7 stars at rank 2 were effectively that higher rank. Like, an Ascended champion is exactly in line, give or take, like, it's like 0.2% difference of a rank 2 7-star. And the increased challenger rating and stat focus is more than enough edge to just make the 7 stars better over the 6-star counterpart. Unless that champion heavily requires their SIG, you just can't get it on the 7-star. And that's kind of champion dependent, but I mean, it's crazy powerful and useful, because especially for 6 stars, which don't scale as well. 6 stars are the actually worst scaling star level in the game. Because 4 stars and 5 stars scaled, like, so high. They tuned down 6 stars how they scaled, and then they ramped it back up for 7 stars. 7 stars scale really, really good again, but 6 stars actually scale very poorly. So an Ascension is essentially a free rank of whatever champion you're using it on, and you can use it on. Now, it would be different if they made it so that you could only ascend a max rank of the champion. But you can use it at any rank the champion's at. So it's just a free rank, extra rank to that champion. If you have them at rank 3, boot, you do that, it's now better than a rank 4 unascended. If they're rank 4, ascend them, it's now better than a rank 5 unascended. Because the ascension adds 22% to 6 stars. And the final, like going from a 4 to a 5, is about a 16.5% increase in stats for that rank. They average, I think, maybe 15% increase in stats per rank, or 15, 16%. Whereas the ascension is 22%. So it's like, it's better than like just the rank of materials for any champion. And it's generic, like they're not like class specific. You can use it on any class. And you get better stats for doing that than, I mean, granted, they're slow doing that. I mean, it took a while to get a lot of it, but now Dust is like ascending champions is like a dime a dozen, especially like on special months. I have almost 700 Dust in the overflow right now. Like, what am I even doing? Honestly, I think it's more so because of how fast they went through the early ranks. I mean, we're already like about to see the 5th rank, in which case the 7 stars would be done. Basically, we would need 8 stars to be out early next year, as opposed to like being announced maybe middle of next year, and they're not really being a thing until the year after. Because essentially 7 stars came out in like what, like March, February, March, whatever, that same year. Like within just like several months of 7 stars coming to the game, you could rank 3 them. Like the catalyst to rank 3 them existed. Because like when they launched, the catalyst to rank 2 them existed, and they only had to add 1 more rank, and then they were rank 3. So they were rank 3 very, very quickly. And then the banquet of that year, which was 2 years ago, since that rank was so new, didn't go up a rank. And then last year's banquet is when rank 4s came to the game. So in the last 10 months, since the rank 4s have come to the game, I now have 13, almost 14 rank 4s. And I didn't get my first one until a couple months after the banquet one, because that was the first one, and then like free to play couldn't get one until like 2-3 months after the fact. I think it was like 2 months. It was pretty quickly after. So realistically, in 8 months, we'll say February was the first one I got. So in 8 months, I've gotten 13, 14 rank 4s. Heading out of Epic Gnosis. Good night, man. Like, I was generally doing like all of my maxed out 6 stars are ascended now. I don't have any rank 5 6 stars that aren't ascended. And then I was like, okay, let me do exclusive like champions that don't exist as 7 stars. Several of which I've done. Like the 7 star for those champions now exist, like Fam, who already was ranked up anyway, but you, sir, are too tanky. Stealthy, who I was probably my most recent, I think, one of my most recent rank ups, he's now a 7-star. Although I won't get him for a while. Yeah, even though he was buffed, which is still weird because like we got. I thought sure like with him getting buffed, like he was gonna be a 7-star, and then he like never came. Yeah, I've been doing it on 4-stars because I initially didn't use it on any. Like I've only used dust, tier 1 dust on 4-stars in the last like couple months. Because I started out, it was like, okay, I used them on 5-stars because like an ascended 5-star of the right 5-star in certain metas, like that was still like I ranked up and ascended like Onslaught and used him until I got the 6-star. And then, you know, max that out, and then obviously stopped using that until I got the 7-star, and like immediately took up the 7-star. All that jazz. All that jazzy. Yeah, tier 1 dust is pretty hard to come by. But it's now like in the new EQ, so like we're gonna get a regular supply of it, as opposed to just like only occasionally, sometimes getting it in the side quest. I mean, I just did what, like 4-star ascensions last night. So now I have 4 of every class. So I have 24 ascended 4-stars of the 57 that I use. So I've got like 30 that are still unascended. But no, my Hyperion is still only rank 1. I haven't ranked him up. I need to do a lot of rank ups, but because one of the problems is like I kind of do them in like kind of chunky batches, unless there's like a very specific like I need this champion for this meta, and they need to be they're gonna be really good, and they need the rank for it. Like I could have done leader, but it doesn't need the rank to do leader things, so I never bothered with him. And the deck is already like full. Like the problem is like because I do rank up for BGs, my deck is always like full. I need to do a very specific rank ups. Be like, okay, who is this champion I'm ranking up replacing in my current deck? Or is it like an extra rank to somebody that's already normally in my deck? Because that's an easier rank up, quite frankly, than to like try and figure out ranking up a champion and then figuring out who I have to take out to replace them, to put them in. So, like, I would love hype, honestly, but like, who would I take out to be able to fit hype into a deck? And that's a much harder decision. So then he just doesn't get ranked up. Is generally where I fall in. So I'm really like slow on, and I don't like, because rank 2s I could do like, yeah. So I'm just behind on like champions getting ranked up at all. Yeah, a lot will actually leave the polka dot that are just gonna be not as good. But there is Power Start 1, which is crazy. It took so much longer to do 2 runs of the champions than I was thinking, but we're like 3.5 runs basically in out of like we need like 5.5, a little over 5.5, like 5.8. 5.75. So, so we only need like 2 more full runs worth. So if I do my run in the morning, the few I do in the day while at work, we'll have a lot more time tomorrow not having to focus on any arena stuff. And I can do like a bunch of BGs tomorrow. There won't be much time needing to be spent in the arena. So it will be good. Now, done. Oops, where are we at? Only 25 at the moment. Dang, that's actually really bad. Tier 5 just like so much better. Yeah, I haven't ranked up any 5 stars in forever, so I don't have that many maxed out. I initially only had like, for a while there, I only had like a dozen so like 36 4 stars maxed out. And then I slowly upped that and got that up to 15 teams, so 45. And then I went up to 17, so 57. Sorry, 51, not 57, 51. And that was like a sweet spot if I only use those back to back. But the way I've been doing it, I actually don't need 17, because I wind up, I mean, I use them all when I do them, but like when I'm at work, I only use like the top like 3 or 4 rounds. Occasionally 5, but usually 3 or 4. Look at that, we hit 2 million battle chips too. I should need, I think this is like 250, right? Yeah, 250. It only takes like 4 or 5 matches. It definitely helps. Once you hit a point though, like, having more isn't really gonna help you. Because I like doing them like in batches. If you had like enough, you could just like do it more in one sitting, but like I'd much rather just do like 30-minute sittings at a time and not like spend an hour and a half just going through a bunch of 4 stars only, because that's just depressing. I don't know, I don't like using the 4 stars versus the, like, I'd much rather use my 6 and 7 stars. It's just easier. Yeah, I don't either. So it's a lot of time. So these are all grindy units. Oh yeah, takes a long time. I mean, this is I had 0 units basically back at the end of April. So it's been like 6 months. To get all these units. Let me freaking parry you, dude. Quit blocking, you dick! I've grinded like all of the arena. There might have been like a few units I missed out on in that 6 month time, but it would not be a substantial amount, obviously. When I did open up my battle chips though, that 5 million, I got a little lucky on how many units. I actually would be over 60,000. I did spend like 4,000 units or whatever doing the maxing out the relic event, so I have actually spent units, like a chunk of units since then, so. But those are the only units I've spent since Heart of Fire. Right now, the EQ is the only place with Tier 1 dust. It was usually in lower levels of side quest, usually. Which a lot of times, if you're only able to do like one threat level, you generally went into the highest and you weren't getting it. But it's usually in the lower, like the tier threat level 1 or threat level 2 in side quest is usually where it was at. But it's like been in the side quest in those threat levels for quite a while. It's just you're usually not doing those threat levels, so you weren't getting any. Oh, I hate the stand your ground mastery. Stand your ground friggin' sucks. I hate it so much.
I hate it with passion.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll finish this up and then call it a stream, and then we'll just focus more on BGs, try and do more of that tomorrow, with more arenas like taken care of. Well, I certainly won't have to run this one, or I won't have to run the basic twice. I won't even have to run it a full time. The 7-star featured will basically be done before the stream starts. I'll have to do the basic, I'll have to get it started, but then I can finish that on Saturday. That's not even a big deal. Technically, I could put it off and finish it like Saturday night and finish it like Sunday morning or something. That depends on how I'm feeling. If I want to just put it off. Like, I see it more as like a defensive mastery than like it's an annoyance to fight champions that have it. So it's only like PvP stuff or like, the occasion that they add it to like, you know, non-PvP modes. It is very rare. I think it's like only ever like
been like in the AW showcases or something. Arena, yeah, like anywhere where you're fighting other players as champions, basically. So arena, war, BGs. That's what I mean by like PvP, like playing another person's champion account. So arena, you're playing other people's because it's not all arena. It's only when you're fighting because like a king's team is not a player's account, so it's not the player's champions. There's no masteries. So PvP player versus player, like player's person, because it's all versus the computer still, but it's like, you know what I mean. Yeah, we had the same idea. Although the only reason I match these guys for the synergy is they're all at the same rank. Woo. Tired. When I finish this, go to bed. Yeah, it's you know, it's whatever. You both Quake, yeah. I don't think we're gonna get lucky enough and finish the 250 in 4 rounds. I've done it before, but like it usually takes 5. Yeah, we're not gonna make it in 4. Multiplyer's not high enough. I'm starting to fade. I'm fading. But yeah, not really. That was terrible. Woo! Man. It's got too much resistance to it, though. Man, I need, like, the other thingy. Like, really bad.
I need some.
That'll work. Yeah, I have really bad lag playing this game, though. Look at that, it was so close, too. 10,000 points off. I don't see that ever being a thing for this game. Like, it's not that kind of game. Like, it's not really built to work that way. It's like basically always going to be player versus computer controlled AI. You know. But I mean, it's as the game definitely gets bigger and stuff, it's definitely only getting worse. Well, even then, it's like you're not like fighting player versus player directly. You're like your battlegrounds is like the closest we get, but you're fighting their champions and their decisions and stuff. But like once it's in the fight, like it's not being controlled by the other player, and it's never going to be. Like the game is just not made that way. Oh, man. Hmm. Shazam. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to get? Make sure it doesn't expire on me. Revive, whatever. Don't care. That doesn't matter. You don't matter. I can hold off on that. That is a 7-star Sig stone, which I can also still use in the morning. This is another. I've got so many of these. Like it doesn't matter. Let's see. That's whatever I can do with those tomorrow. Anyway, I'm not letting it expire. I'm just not using it right now because I am tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all have yourselves a good night. I am very tired. I need sleep. So I'm going to bed. So thank you guys. Just have a nice chill night tonight. The Battlegrounds was unfortunately, there was only the couple, really like one like legit match. We had to quit out, and like the legit match we lost, unfortunately. So that was unfortunately a little sad, but hopefully we should have time to really get into some more tomorrow, since I'm smashing through as much arena as possible tonight. And I like to do that day one, so I don't have to focus on it near the end of the round. So we'll finish that off and then get into some more BGs hopefully tomorrow night and go from there. But have yourselves a good night. Have a good Friday. And I will catch y'all later. Peace.